All right. You can see the slides. If you go for a free account, you can create the account like this. These are the steps, guys. Just fill these forms. Just give the email and the passwords and the account name. Next one, choose here, choose personal. Right. Don't choose business. This should be your personal. This is for 12 months free account. Right. So here you have to give your card details. Say they charge $1 for temporary. They are charging $1 as a pending transaction is for 3 to 5 days to verify your ID. Right. They just verify. That's what they charge $1 for 3 to 5 days. Right. Only 3 to 5 days, guys. Finally, you give your details, say your phone number and blah blah things, choose the country and all. Right. Here, select support plan. Here, you have to choose basic support. It's a free one. It's a basic support. If you choose developer support or business support, they will charge. Right? So better to go for a basic support. Is free one. And finally, you can able to create the account. Right at the end, you can log into AWS. Amazing. Here, choose root user and give your email ID and the password. You can log into Amazon. This is how you can create Amazon free account. Right, it's free for 12 months time. You can see the duration. 12 months free account. Here they charge $1 just for the verification purpose. Only for 3 or 5 days. That's okay. All right. This is how you are going to create the Amazon free account. Right. I just log into Amazon. Last class, we have created some instances, VMs, right? Right. Today also, we are going to create VM. Say, if you want to create any VM, just click launch instances. Just choose the images. Right. You can choose any images. Say, let me choose Ubuntu 20.04. Say, select. Say, choose free trial. With free trial, this one. Here, choose the BPC and all. Choose the default BPC. Say, and the ASAP subnet. Say, sorry guys. Please switch off the mic. Right. Okay. Here you have to choose auto assign public IP, right? And keep the settings as it is. All right. Later we see these settings. Say add storage. This is the partition. Just keep as it is. Just say attack. Just give the name. Say let me give a name for say Linux EC2 instance. Okay. One thing, guys. Let me go back. Let me go back. But here, say I'm going to use Bootstrap program. I'm going to use Bootstrap program. This is the Bootstrap program. Say it says just install the just update, then install Apache, then start the service, then on it, then say just put a message, right? I'm going to deploy this script. Right. Let me choose a different instance, say previous. Just go back. So let me choose the first image. Right. Say select. Yeah, just say next. Say next. Just choose the AZ auto assign public IP enable, and here I am going to copy the Bootstrap program. Here just say copy and paste. That means when the instance is ready, we can access the web server remotely, right? So let me copy the Bootstrap here, right? Say add storage, say attack, say just give the name. Finally, configure the security group. Here, I am going to configure the firewall. Here, you can see SSH is by default enabled. I am going to open HTTP, that means port 80. Right? I am going to enable port 80 outside. Then only I can access the web page. Say here add role. Here choose HTTP here. Just choose HTTP. This one is port 80, right? A 0/0. That means anyone can access. Right. You can see here two sources. This one is IP version 6, right? IP version 6 machines also access this website. IP version 4 machines also access this site. Right. Say a review and launch. Launch instance. So, right. Yeah. Then choose the key pair, new key. Say launch instance. Say view instances. here, when the instance is ready, at the same time, Apache also ready. You can configure some bootstrap programs like this. Here, instance is set. Okay. Let me connect this instance from outside. Say, just choose the instance here. Just choose the public IP address. Say copy, go to putty and connect. Say connection, just say 5 and enable this one and feed the key. This is the key, guys. Say okay. Say yes to fingerprint the particular keys. Right. Login as type EC2 user. Right, EC2 user. If it is Ubuntu machine, type Ubuntu. If it is Red Hat and other flavors, type EC2 user. That is okay. Those are the default accounts in Amazon. One is Ubuntu, other one is EC2 user. Enter. Sudo s2. Let me make it big. Right. Now see, machine is ready. Okay. At the same time, I am going to access the web page. Say just copy the public IP here and paste your browser. Copy here and go to the browser and paste it. Let's see whether we can able to access the web page. You can see we can access the web page as well. Say welcome to Net Experts. Right. Say that means when the VM is ready, the Apache also ready. Right. So this purpose we use bootstrap programs. Okay. Bootstrap programs like this. Right. Here is saying, first of all, update the VM, jump update, then install Apache, then start the service, then on it, then that means when you restart the machine, also this service will on. Right? Then say, just put the message, welcome to something. Right? Right. So this one is a small bootstrap program. Right? Likewise, you can run any bootstrap programs. Right? Right. Now see here, instance is you go to the instance. Let me get another window here. You just see here, instance are running here. You can see it's in the running state. The name of the instance ID, blah, blah things. So if you click here, you can get the instance details. This one is public IP address. This one is private IP address. Right? These are some properties of this instance. Right. Right. Now see, it's perfect. Now see, if you want to shut down the instance, what you can do is just go here and say init 0. That also possible. Right. just choose the instance here. Just say instance state. Just say stop instance. You can stop it here as well. Right? Let me stop the instance. Say stop. Stop it. Now, meantime, you get the message here. Instance is closed. Connection has been closed. The reason is we just stop the VM. We just stop the VM. Just refresh it. Still is stopping. Now say stop. If you would like to terminate, just choose the instance here. Just instance state, just say terminate. You can remove the VM from Amazon console. Right? Just say terminate. You can say it's still terminating. Now say shutting down. Right. Now terminated. It will take other 15 minutes to remove from Amazon console. Right? Terminated. This is how we shut down the instance and terminate the instances. These are the on-demand instances, right? On-demand instances, right? Right. Right. Now this one is perfect. Give me a second, guys. Let me open the PowerPoint. So last class we have studied this VPC and all. Right. So this is the VPC. Here we have a subnet. Here we have subnet. Okay. And the router here. This is the virtual private circuit. You can compare virtual private circuit with our normal design. This is the design we have. Okay. In our premises, right? Say we have a router here, say hub connector like this. Okay. Here the setup is like this. Let me draw the diagram. Let's see here. This is the region, guys. Then we have the VPC is there. Then we have AZ1, AZ2, whatever. Then we have the subnet here. We have the subnet. Here we have the firewalls. One firewall is tightly tied up with the subnet. Other firewall is here. Then we have the EC2 instance VM, right? Say this one is the outer layer is the region. inner layer is the VPC. This one is our VPC and all. VPC is there. Outer layer is here. Outer layer is the AZ. Inner layer is the subnet. Subnet. And we have the instances here. What is the name of the instance? This is EC2 instance. You will just say EC2 instance. And we have the firewalls, say one firewall known as NACL, NACL. This is a NACL. This one is security group. There's another firewall is tie up with EC2 instance. This is known as security group as SG. We just say SG. So this is the basic design, guys. Last class we have studied this design and all. Right, guys. Today, guys, let's start from these firewalls. Let's start from these firewalls. Say this NACL, what is NACL and what is security? Right. Then we are going to design our own design. Right. We are going to create own VPC, own AZ, own subnet, own NACL, own SG. Then we are going to launch the instance on our own thing, right? Own thing, right? Let's see. Let me clear these things. Let me open the PowerPoint. Say, guys, let me open the. Yeah, first we see these things. See here, guys. Say we have the account. These are the region. And here we have VPCs and all. And here we have AZ. Right? AZ. Say one account able to manage many regions. Right? So we have learned these things. Let me open another slide. Before this one, let me open this. This. You can see here the firewall. There are two firewalls here. One is SG, security group. This one is tie up with instance. This one is tie up with subnet. This is NACL. Here we have SG. Say this one is stateful firewall. This one is stateless firewall. Right. Say here we have inbound traffic. The outbound traffic is full allowed by default. Okay, I am saying by default. If you want, you can control this traffic as well, but by default is full allowed. Right? This okay. Inbound traffic we can control. NACL we can control inbound traffic as well as outbound traffic. This one is stateless firewall. The reason is whatever we open in the inbound we have to open in the outbound traffic as well. Right. Next one, you can see the IGW. This is the internet gateway. This is the router. This is a router, right? IGW. But now see here. Say, let me open this one. This is our VPC, guys. The VPC is there. Inside VPC, we have the subnet. I just draw the subnet, guys. I'm not going to draw a certain region. But here we have the EC2 instances. Here there's a firewall known as IGW. Sorry, there's a router. Okay, this one is a router known as, we call this one as IGW. IGW, Internet Gateway. Right. Anyone who wants to reach outside goes through this firewall. Right. Okay, goes through this firewall and go outside. Okay. Internet Gateway. Right. Right. And there's a route, another router, but we can't see the router. Right? We can't see the router. Right? You have to imagine the router. Right? Imagine there's a route. Okay, router is there. Another router. Another router. Right? But we can see the routing table. But this one we can physically see. If you take the Amazon console, guys, say anyway, I'll show you that one, right? Say this router we can't physically see, but we can see IGW, we can see this instance, we can see this subnet, but this router we can't see. We have to imagine there is a router is there. Okay, we have to imagine, but we can see the routing table. Right? We can see the routing table information. Okay, that is possible. But why we need to have this router, guys? The reason is, say, if you want to communicate internally, we should have a router. Say, for example, this VM wants to connect here. The traffic goes via this router and reach. If you want to go outside, we have IGW. We have IGW. That's what we need this router. Right? If you want to communicate internally, we have this router. The traffic passes through this router. Okay, you have to imagine there's a router is there. Right? This one manage local routes. This one manage outside route. Right? Say outside traffic. Right? Any patch update or something, we can from here we can go outside and update the patch. If they want to communicate each other, traffic goes through this route. Right? Right. Now see here, I will show you something. Try to get clear picture of this diagram. Now see here, there's a, let's see this diagram. This is the subnet, guys. Subnet. Inside subnet, we have the instances here. Instances are here. We have the security group. One security group can use by many VMs. Here you can say one security group managed by more than one VM, right? Or 3 or 4 or whatever it is, right? Here on top of this one, we have NACL is there, NACL is there, right? This one is connected to subnet, guys, right? This one is connected to a subnet. Okay. There should be a subnet here. Okay. This one is connected to subnet. On top of subnet, we have NACL, network ACL. Okay. On top of instance, we have security group. Right. Then we have the routing table, guys. Okay. There's a routing table. Okay. Then there's a router is there. The thing is, you won't see this router physically. Just imagine there would be a router here. That's all. Then, if we want to go outside, go via IGW or go via VPN gateway. These are the two exit points here. One is IGW. Other one is virtual private gateway. Right. These are the two gateways, right? One is VPN gateway, other one is IGW gateway. Right. But see here, this IGW and virtual private gateway both are tightly coupled with VPC. Is attached with VPC. You can detach. Okay. See, these two points are attached with VPC, right? VPC. Say, you have any questions, please raise. Right. Internet gateway and virtual private gateway. Those are the two gateways. Right. Say this one is attached with VPC, and we have the region is there, and we have the region. Say for example, Singapore region or Asian region, Indian region, right? Likewise, we have a region, right? Okay. This is the VPC is here. This is the AZ is there, and we have the subnet. Right. Let me answer the question. There's a question here. Yes, we can configure NACL. Right. Give me the 5 minutes time. We are going to configure NACL now. Right. 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 Now, let's see here. Here we have the VPC is there, the region is there, then we have VPC, then we have AZ and the subnet. Then we have ACL, network ACL, and SG is there. Okay. So it's connected with the router. This is AZ1 zone. This is AZ2 zone. Right. Right. AZ1 and AZ2 zone. Now see here. We are going to configure SG and the NACL and see the difference between security group and the NACL. Right. Say first of all, see the difference between NACL and the SG. Say these are the differences. Say here in security group, we operate at instance level. That means it's coupled with instance. Anyway, I'll draw this one. This coupled with instances. This is the instance. Then we have the security group. Say NACL, we operate at subnet level. Say this is the subnet, guys. This is the, say, instance. Here we have the security group. Here we have the NACL. NACL is on top of subnet. Right? It supports only allow rules. See here, as we seen last class, it supports only allow rules. Right? Allow rules. Right? Allow, right? It supports both rules, allow and deny. It supports allow rules as well as the deny rules also, right? Both it supports. That's what it. This one is stateful. This one is stateless. It is stateful. This one is stateless. We can block specific IP addresses using this one. We can block IP address. We can block specific IP addresses. We can block specific IP addresses using NACL. Right? This one is same. All rules are evaluated before deciding to permit traffic. Right? This one is all rules are processed in number order when deciding whether allow traffic. There should be a number format here. Say for example, say 100, 50. Okay. Likewise, here we are following a number format. By default, all traffic denied. By default, all traffic denied. Right. It starts with the instance launch configuration. That means when we launch the instance, we can create SG. This one, which we assign to subnet for all instance, right? Say if we have many instances, we have common NACL. Okay, we have common NACL. Right. Say it applies when someone specific security group when launching the instance and it associated with the security group. Okay, this one is associated with the subnet. Right. These are the different between security group and the NACL, right? Right. Right. You can see the NACL configuration here. You can see the numbers, inbound rule, outbound rule, there should be a number. There should be a number. Say by default guys, you see here, asterisk is there. By default, all traffic denied. By default, all traffic denied. You can see the asterisk over here. By default, all traffic denied. Right. And there should be a numbering format for inbound rule as well as outbound rule. If you configure inbound rule, you have to configure the outbound rule as well for the particular traffic. Right? Say this one is the say this one is our NACL. If you configure particular traffic, you have to configure outbound rule for the particular traffic as well. This is very, very important part. Right? Say if it is web, you have to configure the outbound rule as well. Right? But in security group, if you configure inbound rule, SSH or any other protocol, outbound rule by default, see the wording, by default is enabled. Right? Here, you have to configure inbound traffic as well as outbound traffic for that particular protocol or particular service. Right? Here, if you configure inbound rule, outbound rule by default enabled. Right? Right. Right. Do you have any questions? Please raise. Okay, this one is our NACL. Here contain both allow and deny rules. Right? Rules are evaluated in order to in order of the rule number. There's a number is there. Okay. Default NACL allow all inbound and outbound traffic. Right. Right. It's a stateless firewall, guys. Again, here they are repeating. It's a stateless firewall. Right. Work at subnet level. Right. Contains both allow and deny rules. Here we have allow rules as well as deny rules also. But SG, we have only allow rules. Here we have only allow rules, guys. Right? Here we have allow and deny rules. Default NACL allows all inbound and outbound traffic. Right? So this one is a example of a NACL table. Right? All right. Now see here. Now see guys. Now we are going to define our own VPC. Right. Now let's see. This is the VPC. Region is there. Let me draw the VPC. This is the our own VPC. Let me put this one. Say this is the. Say this is our. Let me put demo VPC Okay, right. And we have the A set. We have the A set is there, and inside A set, we have the subnet is there. Say this subnet, let me put demo subnet or something. Just put demo subnet. Inside subnet, say on top of this one, we have the firewalls. Say, let me put demo NACL. We are going to configure now. Say, this one is our demo NACL. And we have the EC2 instances. Say somewhere here, let me put here. And we have the security group. Say security group, right? Say guys, say let me put this one is demo security group. Say demo security group. Demo, right? Okay. Okay. Here we have the these things, and the A set is there, and the region is there. Outer layer is the region. Right? Outer layer, we have the region. Right. Now, guys, we are going to design our own components. Right? We are going to design our own components. Right? Now, see, first of all, design this VPC. Actually, should be, guys, not VPN. Say, let me put this is our demo VPC. Yeah, demo VPC is there. Okay. Demo VPC. Just put a name like that. This is not a VPN, virtual private circuit. Let me go to the Amazon console. Right here. So see here, if you type VPC, you can get the VPC service. Say just click VPC here. This is the VPC dashboard. So this is our design, guys. First, we are going to create this VPC first. You can see the VPC dashboard. This is the VPC dashboard. You can see the components inside this VPC. You can see the components, how many subnets are there, how many routing cables are there, how many security groups, how many NACL, how many NAT gateways, DHCP, elastic IP address, endpoints, right? IGW, right? You can see all the components. Right? Here, let's create our own VPC. Just here, your VPC just serve this one. There are some VPCs here. So let me delete this one. So just delete VPC. We don't want this one. Just say delete this. Now guys, see here, see the diagram here. When we creating the components, we are coming this order. right? We are coming starting from VPC, then comes to the router, then NACL, subnet. Okay, we are coming this order. When we remove the components, we are going this order. Right? This way we are creating. This way we are removing the components. Right? Two different ways. Right? Now we are creating, so we are starting from here. Right? Right. First of all, create the VPC. Create VPC. Just here, just give the name demo VPC. Just say demo VPC. And here you have to configure the CIDR block, classless interdomain routing. Right. Say here, this is the mainnet. Say this is the mainnet, guys. So that's what we are going to configure the subnet. So let me put this one is say 10.10 0.0.0 / 16, guys. 16, huh? 16. Later we study what is CIDR. This is classless interdomain routing. Right? Right. This one is this one. Say, let me put this one here. Say 10.0.0.0/20/16. Right, 16. Here, are we using IPv6? No. Okay. Don't put IPv6. If you want, you can configure IPv6 as well. Right. Right. Tendency. What about this tendency? Let me put default one. Right. Say here name, just put a default name like this. If you want, you can put a different name. Right. Say here, let's say create VPC. Now see, guys, see now we have created this VPC. You can see the VPC ID and the CIDR block. Okay, and some components you can see over here. Right. Okay, this say if you click VPC, you can see our VPC. This is our VPC demo VPC. You can see here this one we have created. All right. This is the default one. You can see this is the default VPC. Here you can see the VPC ID and the CIDR block. Okay. Here we don't have any IPv6, right? You can see some blah blah things. We will discuss those things. And you can see the owner ID. This is belongs to me. You can see the ID here. You can compare the ID 8809472. Okay, same ID here. That means who in charge of this VPC. That's all, guys. This is the default one. Right. This is safe here. This is not a default one. This is the default VPC. You can see default VPC. Yes. That means this one is our default one. This one is our created one. Now this part done. Now we have done the VPC creation part. Right. Now we need to have a gateway. As I told you, there should be a IGW that is attached with the VPC. Say, let me put the router. This is the IGW router. Say, let me put the router name, demo IGW, right? So let me use this. This one is the router, guys. The special name for the router is IGW. just put the IGW here and attach with this IGW with this VPC. We are going to attach. Okay, see the wording, guys. Attach, detach. All right. Now we are going to attach this one with VPC. Now see here. Let me choose IGW here. This is the IGW. This is the gateway here. Let me create a IGW, guys. Say here, say demo, say just put the name here, demo IGW or something, as okay, as you wish, guys. Say create IGW. Now see, we have done this also. Now see here, this is the IGW. This one is detached. You have to attach with your VPC. What you can do is just choose your router, then say attach to VPC. Okay, click attach to VPC. Here you have to choose your VPC. This is our created VPC. Just choose the VPC and attach. See here, guys, something important here. Say if you create IGW within 1 hour, you have to delete this component. Otherwise, they will charge you, guys. Very, very important here, right? If you create for the testing purposes, within 1 hour, you have to delete this IGW. Otherwise, they will charge you. Okay, this is very, very important point here. Right. Now we have done this also. Right. This also done. Now, guys, now we are going to create the routing cable. There's no router here. We are going to create the routing cable. This is our own routing cable, guys. Say, let's put demo routing cable, demo RT, right? Say here, guys, say go to routing cable here, just create our own routing cable, right? Say create routing cable, just see here, say demo RT and choose the VPC. This one is belongs to, this one is this routing cable is belongs to this VPC, demo VPC. Don't choose default VPC. Right. Choose this one is the default one. This one is our own VPC. Say demo VPC. Let me confirm the name. Yeah, demo VPC, and the name as it is. Then to create routing cable, guys. Now routing cable also done. Right. Here, what you can do is once you finish the routing cable creation, just choose the routing cable and say make this as default routing cable. Sorry, set this as main routing cable. Right. See here, say main routing cable. No. Now I am going to set this as main routing cable. Say set, say let me put small, set, say okay. Now this one is the main routing cable. So now see main routing cable, yes, you can see here. This also done. Now we just move to subnet. Right. Now we are going to create the subnet and NACL. Right. So first we create a subnet, then we create the NACL. Right. Say once you create subnet, this is the subnet. Say let me put the IP 10.0.0.0/24. Say here, guys, this is the main net. Main net, that's what we put this one. 10.0.0/16, guys. This one I'm going to make 24, right? 24. Right. Let me create the subnet. Say subnet here. Just choose subnet here, guys. Say create subnet. Here, choose the VPC first. This one is our VPC. Inside VPC, we are going to create the subnet. Say subnet name demo subnet, and choose the AZ. Let me choose this one. Okay. Then CIDR block 0.0.0/24, guys. 24. 10.00/24. Our mainnet VPC is 16. This one is 24, guys. Right. This is AZ is there. Right. We are in this region. Right. So then it is fine. Now we have done the subnet part also. You can see our subnet here. You can see the subnet. This is our created subnet. This is our own subnet. You can see the IP address and all blah blah things. How many hosts we can accommodate? 251, and we'll have, and let's see. And later we study why we are accommodating 251 host, right? 251 host. Say here, guys, the total cost is 254, 255 host, right? Why we are saying 251? Later we are going to learn this number issue, right? That is okay. Now you can this part also done. Now we are going to create our NACL. Guys, just go to NACL here. Security firewall part here. You can create our NACL, NACL, right? Say, let me create new one. Say name of the NACL, say demo NACL, guys. Say set the VPC, guys. Let's choose the VPC, and this is the, you can see the NACL. This is our NACL. Just if you click the NACL, you can see inbound and outbound rules here. Say if you see here, inbound and outbound rules here. This is our NACL. You can see inbound and outbound. See you can see the rules, all rules denied. And say asterisk mean all denied. Say outbound traffic, you can see all denied. Right. Okay. At the moment, I am going to allow inbound and outbound traffic. Okay. Then I have to configure inbound and outbound. Both I have to configure. The reason is this one is stateless, right? Okay. Let me configure inbound traffic first. Say edit inbound rules. Add rule here. Just put a number here. Just say 100 or something, whatever number. Say let me allow all traffic. Later we control the traffic, right? Say you can see allow or deny, allow. Save changes. Now we have allowed our inbound rules. You can see the rules. Say there's a number here is allowed. Meantime, you have to configure outbound rules as well. Say go outbound, allow all traffic. Add new rule. Say here you can put any number, right? I just put 100, or you can put 50 or whatever number, right? Say all traffic, say allow, right? Say save changes. Later we control the traffic. At the moment we allow all the traffic. You can see this one also we have configured. NACL also we have configured, right? Now see the diagram, right? Now this part done. Now we are going to configure the security group, our own security group. Let me configure SG, right? Go to security group, guys. Here, create our own security group. Just create security group here. Here, just type demo the security group, right? Say description also. Just give a demo or something, demo SG, and choose the VPC. Here you just choose demo VPC. Right. So far is says outbound rule. Say by default is allow. Inbound rule we are going to configure. Say create security group. Now we have created the security group as well, guys. This is also done, guys. Right. Now we are going to configure security group. Right. Just click security group, guys. Here you can see this is the created one. Just choose this one. Here you can see by default outbound traffic is by default is full allow. By default is full allow, but you can control, right? You can modify this rule as well. Right? See the inbound traffic. Now we are going to configure SSH only. Say add rule. Here there's no rules here. Okay, there's no rules here. We are going to add rule, right? Say add rule here. Say let me put say all traffic. Later we control this one. Say 0. Anyone can connect this one. Okay. If you want to go for a specific protocol, just choose the protocol and say all. Okay. By default, SG and NACL, I allow all the traffic. Right. Later we are going to control this. Say save rules. Now we have configured the security group also. This is our own security group. Right. You can see demo SG. You can give a name for this one. Say just say demo security group. Okay, whatever name you can give. Right. Meantime, check the NACL. NACL we already given the name. Right. Now see, guys, this is also done. Say this is also done. The balance part, we are going to launch the instance. That is our balance part. Right, guys. But one more thing, guys. Here we have configured the routing table, but we didn't configure the routing table. We have to configure the routing table. Right. This part, now we are going to do the routing table configuration. Right. This is very, very important part. Right. Let's see here. There's let's see, there's another subnet is there. Another subnet is there. There's another instance is here. Right. By default, if you want to connect this instance, traffic can pass through this routing table, this router. Okay. Imagine, guys, there's a router here, right? Just imagine, right? Right. Traffic will pass. Now, my question is, how this instance connect outside, right? It comes here. It should go this one, IGW, and connect outside. So this part we have to configure here. Sorry, guys. Say it comes through this routing table and go here, right? we have to configure this one. This part we have to configure. This part is already there. This part is already in the routing table. That means this instance able to reach this one, right? There's a route is there. Now we are going to configure route for IGW. Otherwise, we can connect this one from outside. We can connect, right? But now we are going to configure this routing, right? Now see here, go to the routing table, guys. Say routing tables here. Now is a time to configure the routing. Just click here. You can see the routing. See here. See here. The routes are here. Routes are here. See, internal routing, local routing is active. But external routing, we are going to make it. Okay, we are going to put it here. Right? You can see the associated subnets. This one, right? Say the routes. Here we are going to inform the router. Just look at outside as well. Right? Just edit routes. Say add route. Just click here. Say outside. Just click here. Choose the internet gateway. This is our IGW, right? So, right, it will check this route first, then it will check this one. Anything not matching with this one, it goes through the default route. This is known as default route. If you study CCNA and all, sometimes you might heard about default routing, right? This is the default route in Amazon, right? Then let me configure again, right? Say just click here, 000, and choose the IGW, Internet Gateway, right? Demo IGW. This is our IGW, guys. Demo IGW we have created, right? Right. So just save changes. Now we have at the routing also, right? Now we have at the routing part also done, right? Now we have two parts, okay? Default routing and the specific routing, right? So if you have any questions, please raise. Now we are going to launch the instance. So guys, hope you all are comfortable, right? If you have any question, please raise. Right, okay, let me, okay. Now we are going to launch the instances. Now we are going to use our own components, right? Now we are going to launch our own components, guys. Right, say everything perfect. Let me launch the instance. Say here instances. Just refresh and terminate this one. Okay, it will go other few minutes. Right, launch the instance. Say, let me choose Ubuntu images or whatever it is. Just make sure it should be free trial. Say choose free trial. Now here choose this one, T2 micro. Right here, guys, choose the our own VPC. Okay, demo VPC. This one is default one. Don't go with default one. Choose our own VPC. Right here, here also you are going to choose our own demo subnet, right? Public IP address, yes, we need public IP address, right? Right. So when you choose this one, subnet, NACL also chosen, guys, right? Right. So that part is okay. Say next one. Here, go with the storage. Say here, say yes, put a name for this one. Say on. This is our own EC2 instance, or just say demo EC2 instance. Just put some meaningful. Say demo EC2 instance. Just say security group. Here, guys, choose our security group that we have created. Say here, click here. This is the security group we have created and configured. Just choose the second option, and you can see the rules here. By default, say, I just configured all traffic allowed, right? This is our security group we have created, guys. Say review and launch. Say here, you can see the settings. All are perfect. You can see the settings, the VPC, subnet, storage, tag, blah, blah things. Say launch instance. Say here, choose the existing key pair. Last class, we have done how to create key pairs. Right here, I am going to choose the existing key pair. Right? Say launch instance. Say just launch instance. Say view launch. Now here is spinning. Okay, it's spinning up. Just say refresh. Now it's okay. The mode is running mode. Anyway, just refresh. So you can see it's in running mode. Right now we have launched the instance also. This is also done. Right. Now let me connect this instance and let's see whether it's working properly. Right. So here just choose the public IP. Just go to T here. Just put it here, and the connection say 5. Sorry, 5 and something. Say the key also. You have to make it. Say key. I say open. Say here, guys. Say yes. This is the Ubuntu instance. Then type Ubuntu. Now, guys, we have connected here this. You can connect this instance. Now we have created our own VPC, own routing table, own NACL, own security group. Then we finally launch the instance. If you put any mistake somewhere, routing table or NACL or SD, you won't connect. But okay, and it takes more time to troubleshoot, guys. Right. Right. So now we have launched our EC2 instance with our own components. Right. Everything done, guys. Say, guys, just to sudo s2, you can go to this one. Say, let me update this one. Say apt get update. Now you can see the updation. That means our this one also working perfectly. Now this one is goes here and comes here and connecting outside and updating. Okay. This is also perfect. Right? This is the way, guys. We are launching our own instances. Right? We are creating our own thing, own components, and launch the own instances. That okay. Updation also complete, perfect. Right? You can see the VPC and all. So I have put a diagram here for your practice. Just go through this one. We have the NACL, security group, instances. Just practice these things just for your practice. This one is snapshot. Yeah, this one later we start. So guys, if you have any questions with this instance launching, you may raise. Right? I'll give one minute time for the questions. You can ask any questions, guys. If you have any questions, please raise. We will discuss.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
When we create the NACL, there are already two rules now.
Yes.
And we add other two rules. So
Yes, Tushar, just proceed. Tushara, just proceed. Tushara, proceed. I think he is not in the key lockout. Yes, proceed.
Yes, sir. One rule is all denied, and other rule is all allow. Which one is going to work?
Yes.
Since both rules are there.
Wait. Okay, I'll explain that. Now, see the knuckle here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me open the knuckle. Say. Here you can see the knuckle. This is our knuckle. Say guys, the rules check from the top to bottom, right? So if you are now here, say this one is saying allow. Say one rule saying allow, other one is saying deny. Your question is which one is works, right?
Yeah.
Now the rules counting from top to bottom, right? So when the packet check the rules, it will check this rule first. This rule first is saying allow, then traffic is allowed, right? If I deny here, then is deny. Okay, I just put allow, right? That means if there's no rules, okay, if there's no rules for specific packet, then this rule is effective one, right? See here, if there's no rules, then the last rule is the effective one, right? Packet check from top to bottom, right? Say packet, this is the packet, guys. It says the first rule is saying allow, then is allow, right? It won't check this rule, deny rule. Okay, it won't check the deny rule, right? Right? It will check only the first rule allow, right? Say if the first is check the number. Say if there's any rule starting from 50, first priority goes to low number, then high number. Finally, it check the asterisk. If there's no rule matching with the packet, then it's check takes the last one, right? If there's any number 50, then priority goes to low number, right? So, are you clear, Tushara?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Right.
I have one question.
Yes.
So we create the VPC. So using PuTTY, we connect to our instance. So how we are going to make sure that we can access via the VPC? So we didn't request via VPC.
Can you repeat again?
We via PuTTY connection, we directly access to the instance. So how we going to make sure that our VPC and other gateways are working, the routing?
Okay. Yes. Yeah, very good question. Right. Now here, guys, let me explain this. Now your question is, we are going to the right path, right? Right. Right. Now see here the trace trace path. Trace path, just say a dot a dot a dot a. Right. Say just enter it. We can confirm two ways. We'll confirm. Now I have just typed the trace path. That is showing some IP details. Let me check our IGW. Internet gateway. Internet gateway. Say this is our IGW. You can see wait, IGW. Wait, let me check the Give me 1 minute time. I'll answer this question. Uh, let me put it this way. Anyway, I'll put it this way. You can see here your VPC. Say this is our VPCs, demo VPC. You can see the CIDR block. There are two CIDR blocks are there. Say one is 10.10.10.16, other one is 172.31.0.0.16. Right? Now you just compare our EC2 instance. Say, right? Just go to the EC2 instance. Here you can see the private IP. This private IP address, this one belongs to which range? Here you can see here this one, no, this one. Meantime, you can see the IP here. Say ifconfig. Okay, let me install this tool. Then only ifconfig works. Say let me install the net tools. Let me type ifconfig here. You can see the IP address. This is the IP address. And you can compare this IP address. Our instance IP is matching with this which VPC. Is matching with this VPC or this VPC. You can see the subnet mask 255.255.255. This is the subnet mask. See 10.0.0.203 is matching with this VPC. Then traffic goes through this one, this VPC. Okay. Demo VPC. Right. So it's hitting, okay, it goes through demo VPC, guys, our own VPC. You can see the IP range. Say other one is 172.31.0.0.16. Right? Is that clear? What's your name?
Okay, fine.
Ishara, right? You can see this one IP ranges. Say this one is belongs to this demo VPC, right? This IP block, right? So that's what I am saying. The traffic goes through this one, right? Our own VPC. So is that your question, right? You have any other questions, guys? So when we create this one, guys, we start from here. We start top to bottom, we start. Right? Right. Guys, any questions, please raise.
So that /16 is kind of photo or something. Should it be 16 for each VPC create?
Yes. Say here, right. Say this one is, say we have put, it's known as CIDR block. I'll explain, don't worry, about this CIDR block. This is the main net, this is the subnet. subnet we have assigned 10.00/24 is a subnet mask. It's a subnet mask for our VPC, right? So here we can create many subnet masks /24. Say like this one, say I can say 10.0.0. Say let me say 1.0.0/24. Say all the subnets are driven from this one. All the subnets are driven from this one. Say let me put this one another subnet. Say this one I can say 10.0.2.0/24. Right? Likewise, I can create subnets from this mainnet. This is known as classless interdomain routing. Right? So is that a question? What's your name?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Right. So this is the main one. This is the subnet class. Right. Now see here. Okay. Now here we will later we see why this they have allocated this much of IPs. Say go to the subnet. You can see the allocated cost available IP address is 251. Earlier 251. Now they are saying 250. So then one IP we have allocated to this one. So then, so that's what is 250. Okay. Say a default one is 251. Later we see what happened to other IPs. So 252, 253, 254, 255. Right. Right. Now we have got one IP for the instance, right? So then is 250, 250. Right. Now we are using this one, okay, this path, and using the default VPC, right? So if you have any questions, please raise. All right, so all are perfect. Now, guys, now is the time to remove these components. Right? We have created. Now we are going to remove these components. Right? That is our second task. Right? I'll give a small project for you. Okay. There also I am asking these kind of things. If you have time, just do that project as well. That is really helpful for your stuffs. Say it may be your work or interview or something. Those projects really helpful for. All right. Now our second task is going to remove all the components, right? And delete the VPC and delete the IGW, right? Right. First we start from here. Now we are going to start the journey from here and delete the components. Don't delete from here. You can't delete. If you want to delete, start from bottom to top. Now we have launched the instance here. Instance, we are going to remove the instance first. Right, go to the instance, guys. Just terminate the instance. Just here, just choose the instance. Then say stop the instance. Then first stop, then terminate. Now we are shut down this one. right, say stopping, it will take other few seconds to stop. Say again refresh, now say stop, now terminate. Just say click here and terminate. Just say terminate the instance, says done. Okay. Now we are terminating the instance, guys. Now this part done. Now we are going to remove this SG security group. Say go to the security group, guys. It's a firewall area. Just go to the security group. Just choose this one and just say delete this one. Say delete security group. Say delete. You can delete. There's no error messages. So this part also done. Now we are going to remove our subnet and the knuckle. Just quickly remove the subnet and knuckle. Here, subnet, guys. Say here, choose the subnet here. Then say, just say delete subnet. Say delete, just say delete. You can delete. Then remove the knuckle. Choose the knuckle and remove it. Just choose the go to the firewall area. Just choose the knuckle and remove our own knuckle. This one, just say delete network ACL. Just say delete. Just say it's also done, right? So now we have removed the knuckle. Now we are going to remove the knuckle. Now we are going to remove the routing cable. Let me go to the routing cable. Then terminate it, routing cable. Then say choose our routing cable here. Then delete routing cable. Say now it's asking something. Routing cable are main and cannot be deleted. Right now saying the routing cable is main routing cable. We couldn't delete this one. So what you can do is go to the routing cable. The reason is he's saying main routing cable. That's why we can't delete. What you can say what you can do is you can say yes to no. Okay, this is not main routing cable. Say here, say what you can do is so this one you make it as main routing cable. This one you make it as main routing cable, then no comes here. So click here, say set this as a main routing cable. Okay. Now say no. Now you can change the yes, no. Now this one is saying no. Now you can delete this one. Say delete routing cable. Delete. It's also done. Routing cable also done. Right, guys. When you remove the VPC, there's a small thing you have to notice. Okay. Right. First of all, you have to remove this IGW from VPC. That means you have to detach. Earlier, we attached this IGW. Now we are going to detach this one first, then remove the VPC. Right. Go to IGW, then detach this one. Say here, guys, just go to IGW, Internet Gateway. Say Internet Gateways. Say this is our IGW. So here you can detach from VPC. Now we are not deleting. First we are detaching. Detach, say detach gateway. Say now saying detach. Now delete the VPC. Delete the VPC. Go to VPC. Now choose the VPC. Now you can delete this one. Now say delete. Delete. Now it's done. Now, okay, you can see now. See You can see we don't have any customized VPC. As you see here, this one is the default one. Right. Finally, remove the IGW. Right. IGW. Just say delete IGW. Just say delete. Right. This is also done, guys. Say, guys, if you create IGW within 1 hour, you have to delete the IGW. Otherwise, they will charge you guys. Right. See, now we have removed all the components here. Now we have deleted. Now we have deleted. It's done. Then we delete. We start from top to bottom. This is the path we use to delete. So guys, now we have created our own VPC and now we have delete the VPC. This is the way these components are interconnected inside the VPC. All right, so far guys, if you have any questions guys, please raise. If not, we will move to another important practical. Perfect, guys. So far, no questions. Hope you understand these things. All right. So, guys, now the time is 3:30, nearly 3:30. We will get the 20 minutes break, guys. So then we will start around 3:40 or 3:45. Right? We will get a short break. Right, then we will move to another important practical, guys. This is this practical is very important, guys. Right, then we will get short break, guys, at the 20 minutes time. Okay, guys, we'll get a break. Right, guys, let's start. Now, say we have learned something about this VPC. Now I am going to discuss a component. Right? I am going to discuss a special component here. Say this component named as a NAT gateway. Say NAT gateway. So by using let me explain this thing through a practical project. For this one, I am going to use a practical project, right, and explain this NAT gate. Right. Now we are going to learn this special component NAT gate. You all heard about NATing. Say NATing, one side WAN IP, say front end WAN IP, back end LAN IPs. Say same concept here, but bit different. Now see, say this is our VPC. Say this is our VPC, guys. Here, right, Amazon separate the subnet into two portions. Right? Say one subnet known as there's a special name for one subnet. This subnet known as public subnet. This is public subnet. I'm not drawing the A set here, guys. I only draw the subnet. Huh? Say other subnet known as, say this one known as, let me put this one is a private subnet. Say one is public subnet we have, other one is private subnet. These two subnets are in different subnets. So this, these are the different subnets. Say maybe in different AZ. This one is in AZ1. This one is in AZ2. Okay. Hereafter, I am not going to draw the AZ. Availability zone. This one may be in different availability zone. This one may be in different availability zone. This one may be in different availability zone. Maybe say AZ1, AZ1 and AZ2. Say both are different subnet, guys. Say let's see, this one we put 10.0.0.0/24. Say this subnet we will put 10.1.0.0/20. So say the instances here. This is instance 1, this is instance 2. Both are in different subnet. And different AZ, availability zone. See, these instances are in different subnet as well as different AZs. Availability zone. Right? Now, here we have the instances. Here we have the instance. Here also we have the instances, EC2 instance. Okay. So public subnets, normally we host the web servers. Apache or AWS, you can host your web servers in public subnet. Here we have the web servers. That is a practice. Web server. Here we have the database server. Say database server. These are inside our private subnet. Say we can think like this. This one is in the demilitarized zone. This one is in the MZ zone, militarized zone. Normal motion. Say we go for militarized zone and demilitarized zone. It is if the servers are in your premises, you define the zone. Okay. MSET and DMSET. Amazon also, they come with a concept, public subnet and private subnet. That means private subnet means it's in MSET. Public subnet means this is in DMSET. Right? That is the terms in Amazon. Public subnet and private subnet, they have different IP ranges. Say it might be, say, let's put IP ranges 10.0.0.0/24. This one, let me put 10.0.1.0.0/24. Look here, both are in different IP ranges. Both subnets are in different IP ranges. Okay. Both are in different subnets. Okay. So this subnet, the special name private subnet, MSET. This subnet, guys, this is the public subnet, say DMSET. So the web servers, they expose to outside. Then we connect this through IGW. There's IGW. We just connect this one, this subnet exposed to outside. Then when the people access, they hit inside the web server and get the web page, internet gateway. Outsiders, they directly hit web server and get the website. So this web server is connected to this database server. Say this is the real-time project, guys. Okay. Now I am going to insert another component. That component known as IGW. Sorry, NAT gateway. Sorry, not IGW. This is the special component known as NAT gateway. Say, let me put N gateway, NAT gateway. Now, there's a audit requirement. Right? This is they found some vulnerabilities in web server and the database server. In the audit report, say they scan through NISS and give the report. You find there are some vulnerabilities in web server as well as database server. You have a requirement to update the patches. When it comes to web server, you connect the particular patch and update through NAT gateway. Right? You connect particular repository and update the patches. It's done. Now, my question is, how this database server is going to update the patches? Right? So this database servers not directly connect with this IGW. So, but this web server directly connected with IGW, that's what they can reach the particular repository and update the patches. Now my question is, how these database servers update the patches? That is a question. But if these database servers wants to update the patches, they goes through internet gateway, guys. they goes through, sorry, NAT gateway. Okay. Say guys, this database server, they goes through NAT gateway and reach the IGW. Then they go outside and update the patches. Then you may ask a question, how you are going to confirm this database server goes to IGW? You might think it might directly connect this IGW and update the patches, right? And I will show you, okay, how to handle that part. Right? Right. We will discuss that part as well. Right. 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 No. So that's why. So they have come up with a concept NAT gateway. Second thing, guys, this NAT gateway located inside public subnet. This one is not inside private subnet. The reason is, this is a one, public subnet is a one, directly connect with IGW. That's why this NAT gateway also inside public subnet, guys. This is public subnet. Inside public subnet, we have the web server plus NAT gateway. These private subnets are isolated. So mostly database servers and mission critical servers are inside private subnet, guys. Right? Now, this is a real-time project. We are going to configure this one, and we are going to learn how this NAT gateway works. How this NAT gateway works. Right? And guys, say we all are outside. We all are outside. Now, how we are going to access this database server? Now we all are outside. You have any answers, guys? Say, guys, any answers? Welcome, any answers? Now we all outside. How we are going to access these databases? Say, for example, backup or any restore or any DB configuration, right? So how we are going to access these databases which are inside private subnet? Yeah. The answer is, right? So first of all, we are going to connect this, we are accessing this one through IGW. Firstly, we reach this web server. Then from here, we access the database server. That is the way we access. Normally, a database servers we can directly access, right? What we can do is, first we connect the web server. From the web server, we reach the database server. That is the practice. If this database server wants to reach outside, they take this path. They connect this NAT gateway and go outside via IGW. That is a way this one go outside. Right? So we access this one this way. This one wants to go to outside. They goes via NAT gateway and reach outside and update the patches. Say, if there's any requirement, we activate NAT gateway, then we update the patches. Thing is, guys, if you activate NAT gateway, there should be a charge. This practical also, if you would like to do, remove the NAT gateway within a 1 hour. Right? Otherwise, Amazon will charge you. Right? Very important thing. NAT gateway, IGW, okay? Those are the chargeable resources in Amazon. All right. Third thing, these web servers have public IP address. They have the public IP address. But these instances which are inside private subnet, they don't have any public IP address. They have only private IP address. Remember, guys, so this web servers has public IP and private IP. This NAT gate, these instances which are inside private subnet, they have only one card and private IP address. They don't have any public address, right? So, guys, if you have any questions, please raise. Now we are going to deploy this structure.
What's the main purpose of defining this private subnet, since we can have all the instances inside public subnet?
Sorry, can you repeat again, Sharon?
So what's the purpose of defining private subnet? Is it for the security?
Yes, yeah. The purpose is yeah. So normally we can't have this web server and database server in one machine, right? So in one machine, normally in one instance, we can't deploy this database server and the web server in one machine. Say if there's any vulnerability, hackers easily access the database. So that's why normally we separate web server and the database server. Say this database server are normally in private subnet or in the normal motion, we say databases are in MSAT. Application servers are in DMSAT, demilitarized one. Because of the security reason, we separate application server and the web servers. Say even someone hacked this database server, is hard to reach. Someone hacked the application server, is hard to reach the database server. Here we have all the data. We are going to search for the databases. So that's why we deploy database server in a separate area. Area known as private subnet. Is that your question, Ishara, right?
I have seen in
sometimes someone's design database server can access through VPN. Then how the connection goes? Net through the net
Yes.
gateway or?
Yeah, actually, right. Good question. Right. Now, see, someone access, say there is another concept VPN. Let me draw like this. This is the VPN. Here this is known as virtual private gate. Sorry, virtual private gate VPN. If you want, you can access this one through this virtual private gateway. This one is bit costly. Okay, here you have the another component, VPG, virtual private gateway. This one also attached with the VPC, right? If you want, if you have dedicated VPN, you can access this one through VPN also. That means we all come through this VPN point. That also possible. Right. So here let me further elaborate. Say let me just clear these things. Say here we have another gateway, virtual private gateway. Say this gateway is connected to your data center. Is to a data center? So is your data center? So somewhere outside, you connect this one through your VPN and access the particular instance. That also possible. We will later see how this how we are going to configure VPN and all. This one is bit costly option, right? That's why the people access this one through one of the servers and access the database. And these two components are separated because someone hacked the web server, how to reach the database. Okay. So sometimes if you configure web server and the database server in one server, say if you just install Oracle or anything, the database, web server, you just put some Java application. Say if there's any vulnerability in the server, if they hack the web server, they can easily access the database server. That's what people separate these two components, right? That is the reason, and we can access these things through VPN also. That is this costly option. So that's what we choose this access this one and access this one, right? Right. So is that your question, Tarindu, right? From Tarindu. Right. So now we are going to deploy these components and the structure. Okay. So this is our main subnet. $16, this one is 2420. Now, first of all, now this structure Amazon will configure automatically. There's a automatic option. We can configure this structure, right? If not, we have to create the separate VPC, then separate subnet, separate NACL, then separate SGs, separate IGW, right? Likewise, we have to manually create, right? Right. Let me create auto. That. First of all, you have to go to VPC. Just go to VPC dashboard. Just click here. Just say VPC. Let me go to VPC dashboard. Say just type VPC. First of all, go to VPC dashboard. Say launch VPC visa. Now we are going to set up this structure automatically. Right? And here you can see 4 options. Just your upper left hand corner. You can see there are 4 options over here. Right? You can choose this option and see the default configuration and all. Let me choose the second option. Here, you can see the diagram here. Say, here we have public subnet. Here we have private subnet. NAT gateway somewhere here. This is the VPC. And through IGW, we are accessing this. So before start this practical, I need the static IP address. This practical, we need the static IP address. Static IP also is a chargeable component. If you choose static IP address, then Amazon will charge. Okay. These are the chargeable components, guys. Okay, right. Let me choose, let me create a static IP address, right? We are going to assign the static IP for our IGW, right? So first of all, let me create one static IP. Here, static IP address. This one, just click static IP. Just allocate static IP address, right? Just to click, it's done. Now, our static IP is ready to go. You can see it's a public IP address, the static IP address is fine. We are going to assign this static IP to our IGW, Internet Gateway. Right? All right. Now see, let's start this section. Right? You can see here, say, it's a public subnet, this configuration at a private subnet whose instances are not addressable from outside. Instances in the private subnet can establish outside connection to the internet via public subnet using network address translation NAT. Okay. These guys they access outside through NAT gateway. That's what they are saying here, right? Now see here, hourly charges for NAT devices apply. If you create NAT gateway, there should be a hourly charges, guys. That's what I am saying. If you create these components, okay, delete within an hour. Otherwise, they will charge. Okay, this is very important, guys. Hourly charges for NAT devices apply. Say select here. Here, guys, see we would like to go with IPv4, not IPv6. That's what I am saying. No, IPv6 CIDR block. We'll go with IPv4 CIDR block. This is the block. And say, just give the name for this one. Say demo net gateway practice, or say demo net VPC or something. Just give a different name, right? And here we have two components as to see here. The first one is the public subnet. Second one is the private subnet. Now we are going to configure this public subnet and private subnet. So as to see these things here, as you see the diagram over here, now is the time to configure public subnet and private subnet with different CIDR block. Right? Right. That is the main thing here. So let me put the CIDR block. It should be 24. The reason is we driven from this CIDR block. Right. Availability is on. Yes, say A. Right. This one say this is the public subnet. Right. Now we are going to configure the private subnet. A said say yes, say this one is in different subnet, guys. Say this one is in US East A. This one is in US East B. If you want, you can choose the same subnet, but I would like to choose different subnet, right? Okay, right. And this one named as private subnet. This one is public subnet, guys. This one is private subnet. You can see the diagram like this. Right. Now see, now elastic IP address. Here you are going to choose your static IP as you create it. Right. Specify the details of your NAT gateway. Right. Say click here, just choose this one. Okay. Just choose the static IP address. Actually, remember guys, this IP4 NAT gateway. Right. Now this part completed. Say create VPC. Okay. See the creation is automatic. Right. Now within 2 to 3 minutes, we can deploy this structure. Sorry, we can deploy this structure within 2 minutes time. Right. Now see, okay, see the timing. Now we are creating the VPC, NAT gateway, blah blah things. Say, especially this structure used by payment gateways, right? Especially payment gateways, they use this sort of structures. In banks and all, they create this sort of structures. They separate the web server and the database server. Now, still we are creating the structure. It will take less than 2 minutes to create. Now see, it's saying your VPC has been successfully created, right? So this process is automated, right? This process is automated. Now we have deployed this structure, guys. Now we have deployed this structure. Now we are going to deploy the instances. One instance goes to public subnet, other one goes to private subnet. Remember here, when we launch this instance, there is no public IP here. There is no public IP, right? Right. Say you can see the VPC here. The VPC part is done. Say demo net VPC, and we have done the structure. Now we are going to launch the instances, guys. Say here instances. Say one instance we are going to deploy public subnet. Other one we are going to deploy private sub. Let me launch the first instance for public subnet. Say, okay, wait. Let me choose the instance. Let me choose Ubuntu. The free version is there. Here, guys, choose the VPC. Our VPC as demo net VPC, this one. Clear? And here, we are going to choose our public subnet. This is our public subnet, guys. Say here, choose the public subnet. This one, public subnet is there. And the IP address also enabled via DHCP. That also done. So then we will move forward. Say let me put here, just give a name here. Just here, this one is public EC2 instance. So this one is in public EC2 instance. So just configure the security group. Don't change anything, just launch it. Now choose the key here, new key, launch instance. Now you can see there's a VM is spinning here. It will take few seconds to pin up. Now see guys, just refresh. Now it's in the running state, it's fine. Now I would like to deploy my second instance inside private subnet. Say let me launch the instance here. Say here, just choose the instance, the same instance. Here guys, choose the VPC. Here choose the private subnet. Private subnet. So it should be private subnet. Then now there is no public IP here. It should be disabled. Guys, as I told you, there is no public IP here. This should be disabled. Right? So that is fine. Then give a nice name here. Say private EC2 instance. Say configure security group. Say launch. Say then choose the key. say view instance. Now we have launched two instances. One is inside public subnet, other one inside private subnet, as like in the diagram. So now the configuration part completed. Right. Now guys, there's a practical issue here. Now we have the keys. We have these two server keys. Right? Now guys, can we access this web server? Any answers? Guys, can we access this web server from outside? Say yes or no. Or yes, no. Guys, any answers? Guys, can we access this web server from outside? Say guys, any answers? Can we access this web server from outside? Yes guys, we can access. This is belongs to public subnet and is directly connected to IGW. See the wording, directly connected. Say this web server is directly connected to IGW. That's why we can access this web server from outside, right? There's no issue to access this one. Right, let me access this one from outside. Let me open Putty here. Say guys, just choose the public instance. Now you can see the IP address. Just choose the public IP address here. Yes, feed the public IP address and the connection details and the keys. So just feed these things, just say yes to implant the fingerprint and log in as Ubuntu. You can log in. Now guys, this is the web server. We can access this web server from outside. Now we landed here. Now we landed here. Now guys, can we access this database server? Actually, we can't directly connect this database server from outside. From here, can we access this database server? Say yes or no. How can we access? So guys, now we can access this one from web server. We can access this database server. The access method is different. From here, we SSH to this database server. If we want to SSH to this database server, we need this database server key. We have the key here. So we have downloaded the key. So we have the key here. say, let me so we have the key here, right? So we have the key here, new key, right? Now, what we can do is, so give me a second. Why is showing two? Yeah, I'll just remove this old previous one. But say we have the key with us, our laptop. Right? Now we are going to send the key, this key, we are going to put it here. We have this database server key. What we can do is, we are going to put the key here, and from here, we are going to connect this database server, right? Right. So if you want to upload the key in this server, if you want to upload from outside, if you would like to upload the key here, or if you want to upload any files, you have to use WinSCP. There's a free software. Say you may heard about this software, WinSCP. This is the software. You can transfer files from your laptop to any cloud servers. You can transfer the files, right? Right. So, right now, it's a free software. Anyone can download. Let me transfer the files to my app server. Okay, my web server. I'm going to upload the files. Right. Say I'm going to upload the key. So let me get the web server public IP address. Just place the public IP here. Port 22, username Ubuntu. There's no password, guys. Here we are going to use the key to connect. Say just choose the key part. Just choose the key here, new key. Say login. Now guys, we have connected. This is our Ubuntu machine. This is our web server. This one is my laptop. Right? Now I am going to transfer the key. This is the key we have downloaded. Say the upload the key to our web server. Done. Right? Done. Uploading part done. Now go to the server and see the key is there. Say ls. You can see the key. You can see the key. Now we have the key. Now we have the key. Now we can access this database server. Right. Now see guys, just go to the database server, Amazon console, instances. This is our web server. This is our database server. Just choose the database server. Here guys, there is no public address. It has only the private address. But if you choose this one, it has public address and the private address. So this one, we didn't enable the public address. That's what the private IP is there. This is the private IP, guys. This is the private IP, guys. Now we know the private IP address, right? Now see, now we are here. Now we are here. From here, we are going to connect this one. Yeah, we are going to connect this here. Now we have the key here. Now using this key, we are going to access the database server from our web server. Now, before connect the database server, you have to change this key permission. This is very, very important. But in Linux, if you want to change the permission, change mode, say 400 and give the permission for the key. This is the least permission. Don't give 777, 764, right? Don't give higher permission. Just give least permission, right? Same. Now say SSH, say ls, the key is fine. SSH minus I, put the right. Sorry guys, so the thing is I made a mistake here. Here you have to use PEM key, not PPK key. Here guys, you have to use other one, PEM one, not PPK, right? So what you can do is, that is, okay. Just transfer the PEM file. There are two keys here, right? Okay. If you want to connect Linux to Linux machine, use the PEM key. If you would like to connect Windows to Linux machine, use this key, PPK file. Huh? So use this key, PEM key. Huh? PEM. It should be PEM. The reason is this is the Linux machine. Say chmod, the least permission, say 400, and say yes, it's a PEM one, so it's fine. Now use the command SSH minus I and PEM key and username Ubuntu. Ubuntu @sign and the IP address. Sorry, I made a mistake here. So it should be IP address. Say guys, just choose the private IP. Yeah? Choose the private IP. Just paste the IP here. Say SSH and the key, username and the particular server IP address. Now guys, see this IP address 10.00234. This is this machine IP address. If you connect, IP will change. Enter, say yes to connect. Done. Now you can see the IP address. Now we just landed database server. This is the database server. You can see the IP address here. Say, let me type, say sudo s2 and say ifconfig. Let me type ifconfig. You can see the IP address. This is the evidence we are here. Compare the IP address 10.0.1.82, 10.0.1.82. We are inside the database. Now, let me ping from database server. Let me ping outside. Now I am in the private zone. Now I am here, guys, in the private zone. From here, I am going to ping. Say 8.8. Enter. See, I can able to reach Google. Now guys, I take this path and go outside. You may ask to prove this path. Okay? You may ask the question, prove you are going through this NAT gateway. Right? Right, guys. Let me Proof. From here, from my database server, I am going to trace 888. Trace path 8.8.8.8. Hit enter. Just see the result here. Now it's done. Now I have some IPs. Say, right. Let me open the console here. Let me open the console. Let's see here. Let's check the NAT gateway. Say NAT gateways. Say NAT gateway. NAT gateway has two IP addresses. One is this IP address, other one is private IP address. Now see the private IP address. See the trace path result. See the trace path result. Now when we trace path, so when we ping, is directly hitting the NAT gateway. Say, see the, compare the IPs, is matching or not. Say here is hitting 10 dot this IP address, see the IP address. Say from here, say from here guys, when we ping or when we connect outside, traffic goes via this NAT gateway. From here, take the path and go outside. NAT gateway has two IP addresses. This IP address and this IP address. This IP is 0.0.53. You can see the IP address here. This is the NAT gateway IP address class. 10.0053. NAT gateway. Other one is a public one. Right. So it takes this path and go outside. Right. So this is the path it takes. When we connect this instance, we take this path and reach this instance. This is the NAT gateway IP address. Say one is connected to outside, One is connected to inside private IP. This IP, our private instance is connected. The private instance is connected with this IP address and go outside. So guys, sorry for the interruption. This is due to the power issue. Now it's restored. Right. Okay. We are really sorry for this. Right. Now see. Okay. Thanks for your cooperation. Right. Let's start. Now, okay. Yeah. So yes, we connected this one. Okay. We access this one through this. Right. So, okay, we access these things through NAT gateway. We can access. Right. Say this is a function of NAT gateway, guys. Right. Say in this deployment, if you have any questions, please raise. So, guys, if you have any questions, please raise. Right. Guys, any question on this? Please raise. In this deployment, guys, if you have any questions, please raise. Guys, are you there? Say, guys, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. Fine. Okay. So we have deployed this structure. Right. So, right. If you have any questions, guys, please raise. Right. Fine. So, hope you understand this NAT gateway concept. Right. Right. Now, see. Now, finally, we are going to discard this structure. Say my connectivity also gone. Let me connect again. Give me a second. I guess lost connectivity. I think this is fine. Right. Now, say Now we are going to remove these components, right? First of all, here, now let's see how to remove the components. First, we are going to remove the instances. Then we remove the structure, right? So just choose the instances. Go to instances. We are going to remove the public web server and the private database server. Just choose this one and one shot stop the instance. Right? One shot. Now it's saying stopping. Right. Now we are going to terminate the instance. Just click here and terminate it. Just terminate. All right. So now terminated. Now we are going to remove this structure. Here, just choose the VPC and remove delete the VPC. Just choose the VPC here. Right. Say before that you have to remove the public IP address. Say just go to elastic IP address, then remove it. Then say elastic IP address. Say just choose the elastic IP and say disassociate elastic IP address. Okay. Associate and disassociate. Associate. You have to choose disassociate. Just say disassociate. Elastic IP couldn't disassociate. Elastic IP. But then what you can do is just go to the VPC and remove the VPC. Just choose the VPC here. Yes, delete VPC. There's in this VPC there are some resources. NAT gateway and everything is there. Okay, just remove the NAT gateway first. Now it's saying deleting. Deleted. Now say Now choose the elastic IP address. Not gateway, just remove. Elastic IP address. Just say disassociated elastic IP from NAT gateway. Say disassociated. It will take some time. Say NAT gateway still not revealed. Say then elastic IP address. Say here, you can say release elastic IP address. Say now, say elastic IP has been released. Right? Now we have removed the NAT gateway and the elastic IP address. Now we can delete this VPC in one shot, I think. Say your VPC. We already removed some EC2 instances. Now one shot, let's see whether we can delete. Now say delete. It will delete other components as well. Now there's no VPC, guys. Say just remove the NAT gateway and the IP address. You can delete this structure in one shot. Right? Say that's all. This is about NAT gateway. Right? This is the way we are creating the NAT gateways and this stuff. And this is how we are removing the components. Right? So it's this is one of the real-time project I have elaborated with the NAT gateway. Right? Right now, so far is fine. So guys, so if you have any questions, guys, please raise. We have some time. Right, so far is fine, guys. So everything goes fine. Right, let me close this one. Right. Right. So guys, we have the 10 minutes time. So guys, say guys, have you been to any hotels, guys? Say why I'm asking. Say Hotel Sri Lanka. Say let's choose one hotel here. Say let's choose Jetwing Sri Lanka. So hope you are been there. Now see, there is a connection between this hotel and our EC2 instance. That's what I started this topic with the hotel. So guys, how are you going to book a hotel? Right? Say guys, how are you going to book a hotel? Say this hotel, how are you going to book a hotel? So this let's start from that one. Right? Say on demand. say just what you can do is just make the payment. Just make the pay. You just go to the resort or hotel and make the payment. Right? Okay, the full price. Right? That is known as on demand. Second option, you reserve a hotel room. Say for 2 weeks before, you call and reserve the particular room for you. Right? You just reserve. Sometimes they might give a discount. Okay, but say sometimes you go to the hotel if you bid a room and get the rooms. Right? Say for example, sometimes the rooms are very cheap. Okay, sometimes it is hike. Say when the rooms are very cheap, you go and book, right? But when the rooms price hitting your book price, then you won't get the particular room. That is known as spot instances. Right? Then we have the dedicated host. Dedicated host. It's like you book a particular hotel for some times. That means, okay, you are booking the whole hotel room. Okay, you are booking the whole hotel for some times. Right? That one is known as dedicated host. So now, we are going to discuss these things. Say what is this on demand, what is reserved, right? Say what is a spot instances, then what is a dedicated host. Okay. Say exams, there are some questions on this. Right. Okay. Say it's like, okay. Right. Say now, guys, next class onwards, we are going to start this topic. Right. Say what is on demand, what is the reserve instances, what is spot instances, what is dedicated hosts. Right. Say today, I don't think I can complete this one. Okay. Say this one is come under EC2 instance purchasing. How we are going to purchase the EC2 instances. Say on demand purchases. Say we reserve for some time, say 1 year or say 2 years, we reserve. Okay, they will give a discount. They spot instances. Sometimes some instance price getting low. On that time, you can grab the instance. You can get the instance. When the price goes high, you can lose the instance. That is known as spot instances. Then we have dedicated host and dedicated instances. That means we book at their server track, right? Right. That means the server is only for you. Okay. Then we can access the server hardware, not VM, right? Dedicated host and dedicated instances, right? Those things come under VV. Okay. We are directly accessing the physical server, not VM. Here we are creating the VM, but there's a option is there, dedicated host, okay, and dedicated instances. Then we own the real hardware, guys. Real hardware we own. Right? Right. These are the options when it comes to purchasing, guys. So this one we are going to discuss in a detailed manner next class, guys. So guys, if you have any questions, you can raise. So we don't today I don't think I can complete. So we will make this one next class, guys. See, meantime, if you have any questions, guys, please raise. I am waiting for your questions. Right, guys. So far no questions, guys. Hope you understand today's concept. Right. We are sorry for the power issue. All right. So, guys, then we will wind up the class. Meantime, I'll share the slides and the recording. So, if you have time, guys, please go through the recording and try to do the practicals. It's very, very important for your exams and your interviews, right? So if you face an interviews, okay, you can easily face these cloud stuffs, right? Okay, guys, then we will wind up the class today. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.